life lesson for you. If you think it stinks all around you, don't be quick to blame your neighbor. Lift your arms and smell your pits, because the problem may just be you. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build this mother chucker in RTA mode. First thing you're going to need is some 26 gauge Kanthal, baby. I got this from TimcoIndustrial.com. I'm using a screwdriver that actually came with the Kanger Subtank Mini. It's a flathead screwdriver equivalent to something like a 5/64 drill bit. That's what we're going to be using to wrap our coil. So I've cut about 6 to 8 inches of this 26 gauge Kanthal, and what we're going to do is 5 standard wraps. And the way I've been doing it is I make sure that each lead is about 2 inches in length. Pull this lead under, straighten it out. You got to make sure that each lead is going under in the opposite direction. And then what I'll do from there is use this lip on the screwdriver and just push it in. So that's what we're looking at right there. Now again, you want to make sure that each lead is going under in the opposite direction, and you want to make sure that each lead is as straight as possible. Alright, so here's a Subtank Mini deck. Now next step, what you want to do is loosen up each of these screws. Go ahead and screw the rebuildable deck into the base. Alrighty, so I got the rebuildable deck section screwed into the base of the Subtank Mini. Now look at this. You got these channels. Okay, once we've unscrewed the screws, we've opened up the channels. All we're going to do is insert one lead on one side into one channel, one lead on the other side into one channel, and then tighten down these bad boys. And here's my coil on the screwdriver. Make sure, again, the leads are going under in the opposite direction, and all we're going to do is just slide each lead into one of those channels. This lead into this channel, and then this lead into that channel. First that, and then that one. Tighten down each connection. Straighten the coil out. Make sure it's straight over the airflow hole, just like I said. Pull the screwdriver out. And that right there, boys and girls, is exactly what you want right there. Pop the screwdriver back in there. Put a little pressure on each lead, twist it, break it off. Other side. Make sure she's going from the inside out. Looking good. So the resistance on this DNA 40 is 0.54. That's definitely what we're looking for. Definitely what I was going for. Oh yeah. Here comes the cotton. The OCC cotton, organic cotton. I'm using this Japanese Kogen dough. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece about 4 millimeters in width. I'm going to go ahead and eyeball it. So yeah, about 4 millimeters. And as you guys can see, this stuff does come sandwiched, so you want to cut it together. And then the next step is I'm going to go ahead and twist the end so we can go ahead and shoot her right through that coil. Twist her up, just the end. Get her nice and tight. Slide her on through there, and then gently pull her through. I want a little bit of tension. You don't want it to be too tight, but you don't want it to be too loose. Just right. Leave about this much, both sides. Pop the tails up, slide the barrel over those tails. Screw her down. So you got one deck on one side, one deck on the other. What we're going to go ahead and do is push this cotton down. Push each side down on each deck. You want to do it gentle. You do not want to pack it down. Other side. Next step, saturator. Then what I'll do is I'll take a piece of Kanthal and I'll pull this in just slightly to open up the channels on each side. You got to open them up so the juice can feed freely. You don't want to pack it, just pull it in just a little bit. It is an art. See that channel? That's what you want, but you don't want to pack it in too tight. It still needs to stay fluffy. Give her a quick fire. Oh yeah. Pop the top cap of the chamber on there. And now it's time to fill this sucker up and put her together and vape. So we got it rebuilt, all filled up, assembled. Now it's time to go vapor. What do you say? Alrighty, so that is how to build this sucker in RTA mode. Just to recap, we got a 0.54 ohm build, vapor at 24.5 watts. Here we go. Hoo 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 hoo. This is the easiest freaking RTA to rebuild on to date that I've used, and I tell you what, I am just loving this Subtank Mini. My favorite tank so far. Favorite tank so far when I'm using VG-based juices, 70 VG, 30 PG, and lower. Anything thicker than 70 VG, 30 PG, and I got to go to my Limo drop. I mean, that's for those juices that are thicker, but for this, man, 70 and lower, I'm getting killer flavor. All right, in RTA mode versus the OCC mode, it's just as good, just as airy. I can go wide open in this mode, and you saw how easy it was to build. Easy peasy, what a sleazy. That is how to build this sucker in RTA mode. I hope that helps. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.